The time is 12 midnight. Light snow falls from the sky and finishes its journey on the roofs of a row of suburban houses below. The location is Penelope Drive. Every home on Penelope Drive has its doors locked and its lights off, save for one. From this home, a single candle emits a faint glow. A glow which flickers and dances with the old jazz record playing in the house. At the end of Penelope Drive sits a hill. The hill is surrounded by tall metal gates, and atop it sits a long abandoned mansion, watching over its street like a gargoyle does its cathedral. It is not in this magnificent and ever-watchful castle that our story unfolds, however. For that, we turn to the ordinary street below, and to the house with a candle in the window. It continues to flicker, burning strong and defiantly against a snowstorm just on the other side of the window. Occasionally, all goes black as the silhouette of a couple dancing crosses in front of the small flame. It is to this house, and to this couple, that we turn our attention.
Time to flip the record, Tom.
Yeah, I think you're right. If only my grandmother was more technologically aware, we could have gotten a CD player for her.
Come on, it was a very thoughtful gift. Besides, at least she came to our wedding. My parents were nowhere to be seen.
I know you wanted your parents to be there, Beth. I did too. I just hope it didn't ruin the wedding for you.
No, of course not, Tom. I would have loved if my dad had walked me down the aisle, but it didn't really matter who was doing it, as long as you were the one standing at the end.
The couple continued dancing to the music, silently celebrating their love and independence. As they slowly sway left and right, Beth rests her head on Tom's chest. She has long, brown, wavy hair, a fair complexion, and wears glossy red lip rouge. She looks somewhat like a Hollywood starlet of the early 1930s. Her short red nightgown looks beautiful on her body, and her gentle movements are filled with youth and optimism. In a few minutes, she will be dead.
What is it, Beth?
Oh, I thought I saw someone cross the lawn.
Probably just cutting across to get home faster in that storm.
I suppose.
You want to get some coffee?
I would love some coffee.
All right, I'll go make us some.
I'll be in the bedroom waiting for you, sweetie.
In the darkness of the bedroom, her eyes never have time to adjust. A terrified girl breathes her last breath, and with one clean slice, her life is ended. At 2:15 in the morning, Detective Miles Calvin is assigned to the case. Sitting in his office, he goes over the case files with his secretary, Gillian Lewis. We now shift our attention to them.
All right, Miles. We've gone over the files several times now. I don't think we're going to find anything new in them.
I wouldn't be so sure, Jillian. You know, going through things one more time, I often find I'm solving an entirely different mystery than I first thought. I don't know, sometimes I just feel blind to the clues.
It's probably because you're nearly as tired as I am. I think we should both go home and get a good night's sleep. In the morning, you can go and question the girl's poor husband, Tom.
I suppose you're right.
Of course I am, Miles. Come on, let's go.
The next morning, Detective Miles Calvin visits the home of Tom Olddob.
Hello, Tom.
Hello?
Hi, I'm Officer Miles Calvin. Can I ask you a few questions, Thomas?
It's Tom. Come in, officer.
Sorry, just let me grab my notebook here. There we go. Alright, first things first. How do you spell your name?
Tom. T. Well, that's pretty simple. Last name Olddob. O-L-D-O-B.
Perfect. So how have you been, Tom?
I've been better. I just can't figure out why anybody would do this, you know? It's like slitting ivory. Why would anybody ruin something so pure?
I'm very sorry for your loss, Tom. Now, I got a list of the standard questions here. First off, do you know anyone who may have had something against your wife, Beth?
Well, I remember when her ex-boyfriend heard the news of us getting married. He was furious. Come to think of it, he threatened to kill her.
Death threat. That is incriminating. What was his name?
Billy Jacobs.
I see. Anyone else?
Well, there was this other guy, Neil, creep. Used to follow her home every day. It got to the point where the family had to issue a restraining order against him. He didn't really pay attention to that, though. So one day, tried to rape her. Thank God I was there to stop him. I heard he left town or something, or went to prison. Who knows? I never trusted him with Beth.
Thank you for your time then, Mr.
Olddob.
Olddob, yes, that's right. Well, thanks for your help. I'll contact you if I have any more questions. And again, my condolences.
Thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye, officer.
Hello?
Hello, Jillian. It's Miles. I just questioned Tom, the girl's husband, and I've got 3 suspects. I need you to find out everything you can about them.
All right, Miles. Just give me their names, and I'll have their files ready when you get here.
All right, suspect number 1, Billy Jacobs, the girl's old boyfriend. Number 2, Tom Olddob. You never know. And 3 is Neil Jackson. He used to stalk her.
All right. Got that written down. I guess the next question is, was it an act of greed, jealousy, lust, or what?
Yeah, well, money is love is sex, you know?
We find the guy. We find his motivation?
Exactly. Anyways, get those files ready. I'll be back there in about 10 minutes.
All right, Miles. Bye.
Miles walks back to his car and gets in. As he turns the keys in the ignition, one thought continues to go through his head. Money is love is sex. Miles starts his car and steps on the pedal. Speeding away from Penelope Drive, he thinks to himself, 3 suspects. Time to find out which one did it.